Ladies and gentlemen, wake up, it's time to wake up. Where's everyone at? Where's everyone at in the chat? Can you hear me? Testing 1 2 3. Testing. We are trying to get some sound in here. Where's everyone at? We got 27 likes, 61 people in the house tonight. We're gonna be talking about, oh boy, you see it on your screen, WWE 2k26, the Ringside Pass Premium has been described as a toxic cash grab experience by the community, and this is just with us getting details today within that Ringside report number 1. So we're gonna be taking a deep dive into that. Welcome back to the channel. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like if you haven't already, and of course comment as much as you want. We're gonna be live streaming here, having a good time, seeing all the information that 2K decided to put out today, being Wednesday, on our road to 20,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like we're going to continue to get these Ringside reports every Wednesday, hopefully between now and launch, so we can see what this year has in store for us for 2K26. Let's fix this camera, let's fix this hat, these headphones. I am here, ready to go. I hope you are too. Where's everyone at? I'm looking at the chat box right now. Let's see who we have in here. We got Ryan, Carduki's in the house, Timothy, Leader, Corey, OG Gamer, Genius. We got Gato, Gades, LA Knight, yeah. Derek. I'm feeling a little bit better, man. That's why I said, you know what? We're not going to just drop a video today. We're going to do a stream and we'll get back to our daily videos tomorrow. But yeah, I've been under the weather for the last several days. It's been annoying, and I've gotten better just slowly. It just hasn't been enough. It's been a nagging little cold flu that I've gotten. We had to unlock Lexx from the battle pass with 25 likes. Exactly, Carduki. We're trying to get the likes up, man. We're trying to get the likes up. But yeah, guys, you know, the big reveal today is that ringside pass. Let's just call it what it is, right? It's a battle pass. It's a battle pass. That's what it's all about. It's a battle pass. That's the reality of the beast. And it's okay. We don't have to shy away from what it is. We just have to understand it before we give our full reaction. And while I do know what it'll be more or less, because I play NBA 2K, I still want to read it, take a deep dive, and see everything that it has. So the ringside pass video that I did the other day covered a lot of ground, to be honest with you guys. It gave us an insight through the Nintendo eShop, and I felt like that probably forced their hand, because they posted a teaser the other day. Let me see if I get the teaser posted on my screen to talk to you guys about what they posted. It was a little clues photo. All right, I have it all ready to go. Just making sure we remove this and bring the chat up real quick. All right, we got the chat box. There we go. Now let me just zoom in. You're personally excited for it? Can you bring What's the Status on sometime? That would be awesome. I would be down to talk to What's the Status. More content, the better. That's a good mindset to have, Carduki. That's a really good mindset to have. What up, Samuel? Will there be unlockable weapons and music? I'm not sure what it all says here just yet. So we're going to slowly go down the list of, you know, details that they gave us. And look, let's be honest. We forced their hand. Ringside Report 1 came out today with this ringside pass information because a lot of people are upset. So the new word going around is that everyone feels like them locking things behind the scenes, chasing more money, and this predatory tactic is going to ruin community creations. We just have to see how it plays out. I'm not sure what it'll look like. Ringside pass details revealed today. All right, that's the major headline heading into the stream. All right, so we have a few people saying that they like the ringside pass. You know what? I see that we already have 61 votes. Are you excited for 2K26? Yes, 69%. Nah, 13%. I don't know yet, 18%. But I want to ask you guys, girls, everyone in the chat, to let us know. Do you like the ringside pass? Yes or no? Simple. Just keep it simple. Yes or no? Yes. No. Do you like the ringside pass? I want to see what the chat in here right now says. Yes or no? Just give me one yes, one no, either or. I want to see as quickly as possible. Poofa says no. Carter says yes. Kant says no. Fortnite. Gage says no. Joker says yes. Mean says no. New says no. Hassan says no. Last of My Kin says yes. Paul says yep. Gato says yes, sir. Samuel says yes. Steve Ace, no. Leader says yeah, kind of. It's either yes or no, bro. Timothy says yes. Carduki. YT says yes. Chase says yes. ABC says no. Cameron says no. LA Nice says yes. Ryan, I see you saying yes. Skinny Lizard says no. All right. Well, I think we're going to put the rumors to rest now, ladies and gentlemen, because we're about to find out. Uh-oh, Derek says, hell yeah. Clubber Chain says it's going to be gas. I don't even know what it is. But we're about to find out. Kenny Bomb says yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a collab coming up with Kenny. We're going to be doing some more videos with Mr. Canster. LexxExpress, they should let fans decide which verse of DLC they want, normal way or wrestling pass way. If you do it that way, it'll get too chaotic. Waiting on more content before pre-order. We got Kenny in the building, man. That's my boy. I just need to see how it looks like. I need to see the XP grind. 2 arenas, belts unlocked every pass. That's gotta be Kane. I already played the game, so okay, I got you. More content for just playing. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Glad they're adding arenas to it. Me too. I love that confirmation. Alright, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just see what it says on here, okay? I want to see this in writing together because I've seen the feedback. I've seen the community bash. Let's go into PC screen mode. You guys are going to get a little behind the scenes look here. Let's stretch out the image from this ultra wide so you guys get a nice filled up screen on your end. Let's stretch it, stretch it. There you go. Oh yeah. All right, now let's look at what it says here. I know the text is going to be a little small, so let's zoom in one extra zoom. Hopefully you can see it a little better. But here's what it says. It's a 4-minute read. WWE 2k26 Ringside Report introducing the Ringside Pass. Now, they did tweet this out yesterday, which I find hilarious because they talked about all the things that were going to be mentioned. Now, I know they probably didn't specify an order with what they put out, right? You could look at it one way, like down or across, zigzag, or however way you may interpret this photo. But we did see that we were going to get the island, core gameplay deep dive, showcase mode, universe, and community creations all bunched up. Then we were going to get My Rise, My GM, and Creator Fest. And then we were going to get the Ringside Pass and My Faction, and then Early Access. It seems like they already threw a wrench in all of this because there's an audible that was played. Instead of getting Ringside Pass and My Faction, we're just getting the Ringside Pass today. And I think this happened because everyone within the community was just taking a hack at this, including myself. It is difficult for you to do something new and different and expect for people to pre-order with no backstory, with no depth, with no sense of explanation. And that's exactly what they did. They put out these pre-orders. They might have even seen the numbers, and they may look good. They may not look all that good. We just don't know what it looks like, or I don't want to even assume what it may look like. But they're like, hey, we got to do this Ringside Report ASAP, and they were probably going to drop one today anyways, but it ended up being the Ringside Pass. And it's funny because Ringside Pass, Ringside Report, like all these words, man, it could get confusing for a lot of people. And I think that is, you know, not what they're going for. I think they're trying to really make you feel like you're going to be getting more content worth unlocking than ever, and that you're going to be getting this cool pass that is free. And people are just like, nah, we're not, cut through the bullshit. We're not accepting this. The DLC should not be locked, and this should not be this way. Well, let's stop rambling. Let's just see. Look, it says, with our announcement of WWE 2k26, we also revealed that we're evolving how we deliver DLC. And I'm all for how they deliver DLC evolving, because another thing that we got to be honest about, folks, is that DLC pass that they had before sucked. Just to put it out there, right down front and center, it was hot garbage, all right? And the reason it was hot garbage is because it was barely coming with anything extra beyond superstars. We weren't getting new arenas as often as I would like. We weren't getting any expansions. We were going nowhere fast, and we were paying $30 to $50, however much it was. We were buying this premium edition at $130. It was just lots of money going everywhere, going to different places, and it just felt unsatisfying, unrewarding, and just lackluster for the most part, because you may like a few superstars that are included in the overall season pass. Like when they dropped CM Punk, I was excited. The Dudley Boys, Jordan Grace, Jade Cargill. Like there's a bunch of superstars that really tickled me, right? That got me all giddy. But there were so many superstars that I couldn't give a crap about. Like I just didn't care for the celebrities. I didn't care for the NBA superstars. I didn't care for the podcasters. I just, man, I gotta be honest with you. I felt like I was being ripped off. And I know that we're stalling right now and not going straight to the thick of it, but let me just put my face full screen here and look at you guys right into your eyes, right into your soul. I didn't like the way it was being handled before, and I was very vocal about that for many years, and I talked about this every single year for sure, but there were no changes, and I had to be patient. I had to basically shut up because a lot of people would get so excited when they would hear that there was a DLC character that they were waiting for. And whenever they got a DLC character they didn't care about, it's like it was the worst thing ever, right? For me, I always stood my ground. I was always splitting this game with my boy. Shout out to Stunna. And I never paid the game, paid for this game at full price. I never thought it was worth it. So when people ask me, you know, hey, which one should I buy? I'm like, man, I don't know. I would probably spend $100 because $70 is what the standard edition is. For $30 extra, you're getting this super pass included, along with some other bonus goodies, but that's not going to be the case this year because they changed the model. They changed the way they deliver the DLC, and it's making people rage and get super amped up because they're like, hey, I don't play this game enough. This grind is going to be unbearable. And then just when you thought they were going to figure out a friendly way for consumers to meet them in the middle, give them some extra cash, you know, because the community's ready to give them all their money. Let's be honest, we don't have to lie about that. And I'm going to repeat myself throughout this stream about being honest because we need to stay honest with each other here. The wrestling community is ready to spend money because they love what they love and they want to get what they want to get. Simple as that. They are aware of that and they're trying to find this new way to profit and make even more cash post-launch. And I get it. That's their job as businessmen and women in their suits and ties. And they have to deliver that to the developers to find an interesting way to put the pieces together. And it just hasn't really worked out. It hasn't. It hasn't. Okay? Let's be vocal about that too. The packs in my faction have been garbage. The odds are trash. They're treating my faction like this cash cow that it's become, and people are still ripping hundreds and even thousands, some of them, to try to get these cards. And I know a lot of other gamers out there are saying, hey, well, I don't spend any money. Hey, neither do I. I don't spend money post-launch. Hell, I'm already a cheap-ass gamer as is when I'm telling you that I split the game. So I'm not giving them additional funds. I'm not. But there's a lot of people out there that do enjoy that. And what I have to say about that is enjoy whatever the hell you want, but just know that there are consequences with this. This approach does take effect for the rest of us. You got to respond with your wallet because that's the only real voice that they will hear. If you don't buy something and you don't commit to something and they look at those numbers and they miss the mark, what do you think is going to happen? So the reason I'm saying all of this is because people are acting all of a sudden as if the DLC season pass was phenomenal value before. Yes, you were buying this season pass essentially back then with these characters that were unlocked day one, but there was a lot of characters that were garbage within those DLC packs anyways. We weren't getting anything beyond like 4 or 5 superstars at best, and you weren't really excited to play with more than just a couple of them at a time. Be honest with yourself. It was a very rare occasion that they gave us a pack that it was like 4 for 4, 5 for 5, or whatever the number was. It was very rare air for them to reach that. They strategically bundled up these packs with superstars that were really, really wanted, some that weren't as wanted, and some that people would probably not care about except for some casuals. That is the formula. That is literally the formula. Like, it's so easily noticeable. It's in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? So the season pass always had its issues. Everyone always had problems with characters. Now there's just another list of issues. That's the way I see it. And let me put this out there. I'm not screaming at you guys. I'm not screaming at the developers that are going through their sleepless nights getting ready for launch. I'm talking about it from a gamer's point of view, and I'm speaking up to like the business scheme and just the standard that has been created across the industry as a whole. All right, I feel like a lot of people are bashing, Lionel, the creative director of the series. I feel like a lot of people are bashing, just 2K because that's the face that they know. And it's just gaming as a whole. There is no justification. There is no defending, right? There's just what it is. So when I'm doing these videos and streams, yes, I give you guys my personal preference and opinion, but I am also kind of looking at why this is the way it is. And it's the landscape. It's the landscape. They're just trying to jump on the wagon and maximize however way they can because they have a job, right? This is not to sugarcoat what's happening here, but it's to look at this problem that we're facing. It's a problem for many people, not for me. Let me just clarify. But as a community, the problem that we're facing, right, is that it doesn't make it right. You're right. You're right, Mustard. What makes it right is that at its core, gamers log on to the game and can still have fun and can still have a good time while they make money. That's literally the approach that needs to be met across the board with any game. The gamers need to be compensated for their time, their efforts, and their enjoyment. That's what will continue to bring in more cash. And to say that they don't care, not WWE 2K. I'm talking about just people that develop video games in general. Maybe there's a few people that don't care. Maybe there's a few businessmen and women that only look at the numbers. I mean, I'm sure of it. But it's just so extreme, guys. The community is extreme for certain things and not for others, and it confuses me as a person on social media uploading videos. Like, let's be honest. The season pass was always trash. Let's call it what it's been. Let's not change up the game here and act like the DLC pass was good before, because it wasn't. You unlocked a bunch of garbage. So let me continue marching forward. I do see your comments. I don't know why AJ Lee isn't in the game. Well, we're not sure how that is playing out because we haven't seen the roster. I don't mind how they're doing this ringside pass. Usually I play this game for a month or two and I never touch it again. And they know that. They know that they got to give people incentive. Honestly, Lex, the people who plan on actually playing the game aren't that concerned. Gameplay is all I care about. I like having new reasons to play offline throughout the year. Same here. Harsh words? There is no harsh words. I'm not directing this at anyone in particular. There is no one that's inspiring me to say this. AJ's not in the game. That's funny. I mean, yeah, she's already been teased. I don't know what he's saying. How's my day going? I'm feeling a little better. I just hate having to grind for Legends. We already had at the start. Bro, Legends have always been locked. That's the truth. And I know that that Accelerator has unlocked many of them, but you had to play Showcase and My Rise to unlock some of them. What up, Angry? I see you, Nathan. I remember watching Nitro changing the channel to Raw. I've always wanted a WCW versus Raw game. Me too. I don't mind the grinding. Personas in the past is the best part. That is the best part. Hold on, let me cough real quick. I got like this huge cough in the back of my throat. All right, I feel a little better. So, you know, I just feel like we got to call a spade a spade. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything here. So let's just continue reading and marching on. All right, so it's changing and evolving how they deliver the DLC to players with the introduction of the all-new Ringside Pass, offering more value than ever before. And, you know, this is definitely a marketing setup here, right? An all-new Ringside Pass offering more value than ever before. That's literally what Microsoft Xbox said before they upped the prices for Game Pass. That's the same thing PlayStation said when they did this the PS Plus price hike as well. Video games with DLCs have all said the same shit too. It's the same annoying wording that you don't need an AI chat GPT or whatever filter to write this for you. Like, it's the same carbon copy wording, and it's irritating. Like, yes and no. You are giving more value than ever because you're charging more money than ever. That's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're charging $150. I better get more value overall. But, you know, they are going to have a free version of the pass. But it's just that wording. It's just, it's associated with a lot of toxicity. With more content beyond just the new playable superstars. Which, this is what's intriguing. This is what makes me happy. This is what I see positive in all the noise. That we're going to get more than just playable superstars, because that's them literally answering my concern that I've had for this pass. And this concern kind of started before even 2K started doing 22 to 26 now. Because even before, when they were working with Ukes, I never really liked the DLC unless it came with, you know, another Road to WrestleMania or you know, a bunch of add-ons that were beyond just a roster update. And I had someone comment in my video earlier today saying, well, just play WWE 13, buy it for $10. Well, if you don't have a last-gen console or old-gen console, you can't play WWE 13, so you have to invest in buying a console. You have to buy all this other crap just to play that old game. And guess what? That game had DLC packs. They had DLC packs back then too. Well, Lex, it didn't cost what it costs now. Convert the money. It's around the same. So let's continue. The new Ringside Pass follows the Battle Pass format. They admitted it here because it is a Battle Pass. Let's be real. It's a Battle Pass. Featuring both free and premium track of rewards. This is the part that confuses a lot of people. Hold on, I got a cough again. Remember, I'm still sick, guys. This is the part that confuses a lot of people. That there's going to be a free and premium track. And I think that the best way I can showcase this is by posting this video that I recorded for one of my other videos that I already did. Let me pull it up here. I want to explain it in real time so you guys can understand what they're talking about. I'm going to put it slowly so you can see. So they're basically copying NBA 2K here. This is NBA 2k26. And you see at the top how it says premium at the top left under XP. You see premium, and on the bottom it says the season. These are the tracks of rewards that you get along the way. So you get banners, you get like attributes, you get little animations. They give you VC, they give you double XP coins, they give you badges. And I'm sure for WWE 2K they're going to give you, they already announced, they'll give you like My Faction content. They're going to give you island content. They're going to give you legends. They're going to give you arenas. So it's just beyond what people are saying. A lot of people are acting as if everything is going to be locked all of a sudden, and the game at launch is going to be an empty shell that you need to grind every single corner and inch to get something out of it. They literally confirmed that you could play anything to unlock XP, so it's not like NBA right off the bat. So it says, we understand our community has many questions about how this all works. So we've put together the first ringside report to offer up some answers. Yeah, some answers. We anticipate the change will bring lots of questions from players, so let's jump right to it. So it says, how does it actually work? Ringside Pass Season 1 will go live March 6th. We talked about it in our last video because the Nintendo eShop had everything on their page. Alright, the Nintendo eShop posted everything early on. Let me show you that here now because I also have some B-roll footage of that. In case you guys missed that video, I'm just showing you right here, right now. You could see all the dates on your screen with all the prices for each season, when it'll be available. I mean, it's all estimated because they could change it at any time. But this is now confirmed by 2K themselves. So let's continue reading. Players won't have to wait until WrestleMania for the first DLC. How cool is that though, guys? We're not going to wait a whole month for the first DLC. Remember, a lot of people in the previous releases said, hey man, I don't want to wait a month. I don't want to wait 2 months. Like, the release window sucks. I don't like this. We need to be able to get DLC ASAP. And I feel like they answered the call with that. So right there, those are two highly requested features. Getting DLC earlier, getting more rewards, and for me, getting more than just characters. So it says, we can't wait to reveal contents in the coming weeks, and I can't wait to see myself what DLC is included. Like, what superstars are they planning on? Every player will have access to the free track. Just like I showed you guys with NBA 2K, the free track offers a good bit of rewards. The rewards within that track is pretty cool, guys. It's not as bad as you think, I promise. Which features 60 rewards across 40 tiers, and some of those rewards featuring bundles of content. So they're actually going to put packages together, and I like that too. Now, hold on before you start roasting me. I know I'm sounding a little positive because they've already listed some things that I like. Don't be an extremist, all right? Don't lean in to one side or the other. I am still reading. Hold your horses. Let's gather some more information together and figure it out. To unlock content, players will collect RXP by simply playing matches across most game modes, so long as they have an online connection. So you are going to need that online connection to verify and validate what you're doing. Meaning, when the servers go down, that sucks for many gamers that like playing these games way after they launch, or years even, because now it's going to have a lifespan. And it's going to be a long one, right? It'll be a couple of years. By then, 2K28 will probably be out, or will be on another gen altogether, so it doesn't even really matter. But hopefully by then you've unlocked everything that you wanted to unlock, because once you're off the server, you're done. Wins will grant more RXP. That's cool. I like that. The fact that there's going to be different levels of XP. I'm just going to call it XP, by the way. There's going to be different levels of XP that you earn. I like that. So it encourages you to win every match. And completing challenges. Oh, so they're also going to have challenges to get more XP. Now that is going to be a problem for gamers that don't like those tedious challenges like myself. I don't like tedious challenges, but you know what? NBA 2K does them, and I haven't really felt forced to go in and get them done to level up. Like, I level up pretty darn good ever since they did this new model. Before leveling up in NBA 2K, it was a mess. It was horrible. But that was many years ago. They've since then changed it, and it's been a lot better, to the point where I level up on NBA every season, and I love it. I really do love it. Some seasons when the rewards are not that good, I take a pass and I take a break and I play other video games, but I come back to the game regardless, and I enjoy whatever I can get. Some repeatable and others via one-time milestones. All right, that's cool. So they are going to have like specially event type of challenges. Well, just milestones. Let me not put extra wording in that salad. So you can also earn extra XP for the opportunity to level up even faster. All right, so yeah, so that's the double XP to level up faster that I'm talking about. NBA does it. As players progress through each level, unlocked items such as VC, My Faction packs, My Faction point. Wait. Ooh, okay, so let me read that slow. So as we progress through each level, we're going to unlock items like VC. Love it. Love it because VC was locked, guys. VC was locked in the island. It was locked in My Faction, and I thought that was sucky. Shucky, ducky, sucky, quack, quack. You know, I wanted them to give us more ways to earn VC because I wanted to have more VC in the bank to rip packs if I wanted to. I didn't want to spend money. I play the game. I want to be rewarded. That's how every game is now. That's what I was talking about earlier. My Faction packs. The My Faction packs, despite the odds being garbage, it is exciting to pull some cool stuff. So I'm glad we're going to be getting some free packs. My Faction points. Another bonus. My Faction points were all stuck within My Faction, understandably so, but it was limited at times. Because if I wasn't feeling like I was, you know, in the mood for a live event or I didn't have a certain requirement, I wasn't playing it. And it left me with very little My Faction points. Now, I could literally play other stuff and get My Faction points, so that's a bonus. And then Island Banners. The reason I'm pausing on Island Banners, ladies and gentlemen, is because last year, the Island gave us so many banners. Oh, they gave us so many banners. That was like the main reward that you would get in the Island. They're cool, and I enjoy them for what it is. I'm glad they brought banners back because back then they used to have that in lobbies where you customize your emblem and banners, and I've always enjoyed that across these sports games and, you know, Call of Duty and all that too, that I play often. I enjoy banners. But for Christ's sake, guys, that can't be the main reward this year. Please don't fill up the battle pass with island banners. Please. That's all I'm asking, 2K. So, etc. We still got to see what etc. is. It can be claimed while continuing to progress through the next level. For those that have purchased the premium track via the Ringside Pass Premium Pass, players will be able to earn additional content, including the new DLC Superstars. Ooh, okay. We already knew that. Oh, this is why everyone's pissed off. We're pausing right here, ladies and gentlemen. I see. I hadn't read this. I'm not acting. I haven't read this. This is the first time that I read this with you guys live. Like, I already know what the pass is going to be because I did a video breakdown prior to this. I've played other passes, so I understand the concept behind it, but I didn't know the exact details. And now I noticed why I logged on and my Twitter was all blown up in my feed and people were, you know, going crazy. See, locking create a superstar parts is it's dirty work. It's dirty work, guys. And I know that, like, they're saying one thing, but they're doing another. They're constantly saying that they love the creation suite, they love the community creations, they love to see people get creative. But this particular lock is dirty. And I gotta be honest with you guys. Yeah, it could mean attires, it could mean moves, and like animations, taunts. I mean, it's the creation suite. Create a superstar. All right, so the reason why you see me stalling and just kind of like thinking in real time is because this reminds me a lot of what they're doing with The Sims. For those of you that don't know, Erica, who's my wife, is a huge Sims fan. Like, I got her to play The Sims, I think it was The Sims 3, and I already owned the game. And I remember when me and her started dating, I said, hey, I think you're gonna like this game. And she gave it a chance, and she started getting into it more and more as time went on. And then by the time Sims 4 came on, she was already like so invested in Sims 3 because she had all these items. It was annoying to get used to the Sims 4, but it was a worthy transition until it wasn't, because they started, you know, boxing and compartmentalizing everything. They started putting everything into these packs, and they, not that they didn't do that before, but they started doing it even more. And then now they have like a seasonal thing going on as well, and they just started locking and locking and locking more stuff instead of giving people the freedom that they were known for having in previous titles, where they would drop these packs and bundles, but they stretched it out, right, for a long time. I kind of see the same vision here with the community responding the way they responded. And I'm not going to give you guys like some fake angry reply, or I'm not going to do no fake rage bait, because I don't really create superstars like that. Like, I have a hard time even playing My Rise because I don't like creating superstars. And the island I did enjoy, but, you know, I kind of forced myself to create a superstar. I'd just rather play with real characters. I've never cared for, oh yeah, I want to live in this video game. Like, I'm not that kind of player. I don't do that. I've never done that. So, you know, I don't feel the impact and the level of impact overall that this has for me as a gamer, because I don't create as often for the superstars department, and I don't download as often when it comes to the superstars. But this is what I said in my tweet. It's one step forward and two steps back. You know, like, it's a game of inches. They give you a little bit, and then they take away a little bit. You know, so they're giving you more ways to cross share creations, but now they took away PC. They're giving you more ways to customize certain features, but they took away or locked. They didn't take anything away. You're going to be able to unlock stuff, but, you know, they lock stuff. And Lord knows what other things are going to be locked behind the premium version, which I don't want to unlock in the premium track. I don't want to unlock anything for the creation suite, bro. Like, unless it's for like arenas and like other departments. Created superstar content in the premium pass better not exist, because that is something I just think it would be a waste of money. You're already getting a new superstar with new stuff to create with. I don't want them to like double down and say, hey, well, you're going to be able to do now the John Cena You Can't See Me for getting the premium track. Like, I mean, if they give us like new taunts and things that aren't in the game, I guess, but my whole thing and reservation about the past in general is that I want fresh content. I want new content. Yes, new moves. I'm all for getting new moves. I'm all for that. And this is a good avenue to deliver that. Even if there's a superstar that's in the game that doesn't do that. Like, I like that there's a chance that we could get new moves, new theme songs, or, you know, stuff that we could add to our experience. I'm down for it. But there's just particular things that I don't want to see. Like, I don't want to see the concerns that everyone has, like every legend being locked now. That's not going to be the case, but I'm just saying I don't want to see myself having to unlock like all these characters. Oh yeah, I just got Booker T. And it's funny because someone brought up a great point in one of my comments. Battlegrounds, WWE Battlegrounds actually did this when they put the characters behind the toy box. You know, and I liked that idea. I did like that idea. So if it's not super unbearable, I'm all for certain things being locked to then unlock it, because it'll be fresh. You know, 2K20 did that too. Oh, I didn't know 2K20 did that. If I pay $150 for a game with DLC, I want the option to unlock it right away without extra purchases or grinding. I'm a grown man with a family and a job. I don't have piles of free time to grind. Dude, That's everyone's excuse nowadays, and I understand it's very valid. It's not even an excuse. It's actually a justified reason. That is very true. I don't have all day either, and even if I had all day, I wouldn't want to spend my entire day playing sitting in a chair WWE 2k26. So it's not like we're not thinking the same thing here. But if you're getting rewarded at a healthy rate for just playing the game, it's not as bad as we think it is. We don't know. Well, you guys think it is. I don't think it's going to be all that bad, but you got to see what it is first. All right, let's continue reading. We already covered that plenty. Let's go back to this over here. All right, so create a superstar parts. Locked. That's why everyone's furious. You did this to yourself, 2K. Island taunts. We knew they were going to do island taunts. We just knew it because that's just an easy filler. Personas. That is a great add-on. Great, because you get a My Faction card and you get a bonus character or gimmick. Let me just say that. Let's call it right. A gimmick. We get a different gimmick for a superstar. Maybe an updated Alexa Bliss. An updated Raquel Rodriguez. I like that because we saw that what they could do with the updates in My Faction in the previous years when they started adding personas. You can update the roster to have modern attires. All right, and more. We don't know what and more is, so we just got to sit in the sideline and wait. That means 60 additional rewards for a total of 120 across the free and premium tracks. Oh, so it's not even 100. It's 120 rewards total. Even more rewarding than I first anticipated. As players progress through the Ringside Premium Pass, both free and premium tracks will be unlocked at the same time. Oh! So it's literally the same thing we just talked about. It's not gonna be different, like, oh, you got to 60, now you gotta unlock 40 more. I'm glad that they clarified that because I didn't know if it was gonna be the same way as NBA 2K. So this is what it'll look like then. They literally copied 2K's NBA's style. This is a pretty healthy way to grind, ladies and gentlemen. It means that you're not going to have to really kill yourself to do it. So if you're worried about unlocking content, I mean, this is pretty good news. I promise you, you will not be super bothered. I promise, it's not going to bother you as much as you're assuming it will. That is very interesting. I'm glad they chose that route. What up, Jamar? I see you, my boy. I know you did call me, but I was getting ready to stream and, you know, it's just been easy It's been difficult and it hasn't been easy. Overall, for me, I've been sick and the videos and then, you know, different time schedules. So it's been a little rough. My bad, bro. I'll definitely give you a call later. You know, they could throw in theme songs and trons. I'm all for that too. I wouldn't be mad at that. Level skips. I don't even want to talk about level skips. I know that we're gonna get that. What up, VJ? I see you in the comments. I'm sorry, my boy. Listen, guys. I'm trying to get through the ringside pass to get down. I see you're here, Phenomenal Ace. I see you, my boy. Thank you guys for tuning in and passing by. Excuse? Oh my god, here we go. Headbuster jumping to conclusions. Excuse, you don't have kids or have nothing else to do with your time. I literally just said the opposite of that, bro. Oh my goodness. Why, bro? Why the rage? Why the rage? Why take it out on me like it's my fault? I already said it's justified and it is an excuse. It's your excuse to feel how you want to feel. It's not. I'm not bashing you guys, man. Lighten up. Listen, man, let me cut this music off real quick. I'm gonna get serious with you guys for a second, man. Let's cut the bullshit here. We're talking about a game, bro. We're talking about a video game. Man, we're talking about a video game, bro. We're talking about wrestling, dude. I understand the rage and getting mad and but that's not with me. That's not with me. I don't care, bro. They're not paying me for this, and I get paid scraps by YouTube. If you think that YouTube is paying me enough to force myself to sit here and say these things, then you're wrong. You're just flat out wrong. And I don't have all the time in the world. I have a wife. I have responsibilities. I have things to accomplish and do in the real world. That's not saying anything. Like, everyone on social media is always saying the same shit, bro. You don't know me. So why act like you do? Just because you came in here and listened to me for 5 seconds, you justified your reason for why you don't like this experience. And, you know, that is totally all right. It's okay. Guys, I am the last person on earth and on YouTube, social media altogether, that will ever want to influence you, that will ever want to sell you on doing something that you don't want to do. I'm not telling you to buy the game for $150. I'm not even telling you to buy the game for $70. Bro, if you listen to what I've been saying all these years, or even in this same exact stream, I have mentioned so many times, I can't stress enough how many times I've mentioned that I split the game with my friend, not because I don't have the money to buy the $150 edition, but because I don't want to give them all my money, and I'm fine with game sharing with my friend. I'm not like this egomaniac that's out here saying, man, I buy every single copy at full price. No, I don't do that shit. I wait for the game to go on sale just like everyone else. I bought it on the Nintendo Switch for $15, and I wanted to buy it day one, but I was patient because I have a life, because I have things to do, and I haven't even spent all that much time on it because I have things to do. And I don't have time to, go ahead and unlock all this content. I get it. I'm going to have the game on multiple platforms because I do YouTube and I have an online league that I love and adore to spend with you guys in the community. You think I want to unlock all these things over and over and over and over? No. What up, Dan? What's going on? I don't want to unlock all these things. Thank you for the 2, Dan. I appreciate you. I don't want to unlock all these things over and over and over. Being objective is free too, and that is fine, but I never said that you couldn't be that way. Who told you that you couldn't be that way, dude? It's still an excuse. It's still a justification from their point of view, my guy. Look at it from the bigger picture. You have your reasons, I have mine. Everyone has their own reasons. It's the reality of your world, not everyone else's, and you don't have to assume like everyone else's is lackluster because someone likes it. That's what I'm getting to. I'm not stressed out at all. I am very animated and excited and hyped up, but I need to be that way because if I come on here and I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? We're here to talk about the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass stinks, man. I gotta be honest with you. I have so many things to do in real life. I gotta pay my bills, man. I gotta keep the lights on. I got a wife and a family to feed, Like, I'm not coming on here to do that. I'm gonna come on here and just, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. This has nothing to do with any of you guys. Besides the fact that I'm sharing my opinion and my point of view for people to take it however they want and use it to their benefit. If they don't agree with me, okay. If you do agree with me, okay. Thank you, Joker. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. Thank you guys so much, man. That means a lot. The fact that you're, sending some change my way. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. But in all seriousness, I just want to say that because we're here just talking about a video game, man. And I think people forget that because they're so caught up and obsessed with jumping and harping on all this negative shit. There's tons of negative things, and it's okay to mention these negative things, and I'm okay with that. I will never crash out on anyone for having a different opinion. I will never crash out on anyone for having their reservations about even my own content. You know why? Because there is no reason to. Why is there no reason, Lex? Why wouldn't you get upset if someone doesn't agree or if someone's being negative? Dude, we're on YouTube right now. We're talking about WWE. We're talking about a wrestling game. We're talking about how we spend our free time, whatever amount that looks like. A lot, a little, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, on the go, at home, sitting in the toilet, cooking dinner, logging on to pay your bills. You're just talking about a game. We can rip the game. I have done that myself plenty of times. Plenty of times. I have bashed them, dragged them plenty of times. There's a time and place for every kind of emotion to be expressed. And in my opinion, my most humble opinion, I think that coming on social media or to someone's channel and commenting as if you know more about the person themselves is crazy. That's crazy talk. And you're screaming up to the skies because I'm sure, like myself, most creators don't give a shit. They won't get butthurt about that because there's no need to. We're here having fun, dude. We're here having fun. We're having a good time. This to me is fun. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be live streaming, bro. I'm not out here trying to get cookie points with anybody. Instead of saying about, oh, well, what about the time and this and that? Ask me, Lex, do you think I should pre-order the game? My real answer, no. Don't Why are you pre-ordering a digital game that's not going to sell out or not giving you anything special? Because they're giving you 10,000 extra VC? Why? Pre-ordering the game right now is okay for those that want to reserve and pay up front right now. Good for you too. You're excited? Enjoy the excitement. Don't let anyone derail that. I'll never make anyone or try. I may make someone feel bad because of what I say, but I'm not in. That's not my intention. But pre-ordering the game right now, dude, you could pre-order the game literally like 1 hour before it launches. Don't pre-order the game. Why are you pre-ordering something that you don't even know anything about? Because you blindly want to like it and be happy about it? Cool. You don't want to pre-order because you don't know enough? Cool. Ask me. Just ask me. Anyone watching, lurking, this is not a crash out. This is a public service announcement. Ask me whatever question you want about the game, and I'll give you my most honest answer. Go around to all the other YouTubers and comment sections. Ask people questions so they give you answers. It may not be the answer you're looking to hear or read, but just ask. Ask. There's no need to say all these things. You can't assume that every single person on social media has 24 hours to play 2k26. There's people that won't shower and will want to play the game till the end of time. But who cares? How is that bothering you, bro? I don't get it. That doesn't bother me. Listen, I feel like I played the shit out of 2K25. And I have like 10 to 15 days worth of playing time. I have so many people above me on my friends list. And I'm like, shit, how do they do it? More power to them. They're enjoying the crap out of that game. But it's passive aggressive, yes and no. I mean, there's nothing aggressive about this. I'm very passive, bro. I'm a casual gamer. Super casual. Super casual. If I'm a casual gamer and I got to level 40 on NBA, yeah, I didn't get there as listen, I played NBA 2K when the season started, and there were so many people online with the level 40 reward like this. Wait until you play WWE 2k26 and you see that shit. That shit is crazy. I'm like, what? They had to have spent a ton of money, and they played the crap out of it, right? And I'm here like, shit, I'm barely at level 5. This guy's a sweat. That's what you call it, and move on. I'm not here on Twitter saying, oh my god, guys, this guy got the level 40 reward day 1. Oh my goodness. I have a life. I don't want this. This sucks. Oh yeah, in Call of Duty, bro, I literally just prestiged in Call of Duty like in January or December. Like the game came out in November, right? I prestiged like after a month and a half or 2 months of playing. But within that time period, there are so many different people that I played across the board that had already prestiged and had already gotten all these cool suits. And I know what drives people to get so angry too. You want me to tell you what gets people really riled up? That they want to play more or they want to unlock those items and they see other people having it. It's like you're at a red light and you want to drive that nice fast car because when the light turns green, that person is leaving you in the dust and you're looking at their taillights and you're like, damn, I would love to be in that car. But there's no need to feel that way because you are going to get to drive that car, bro. You don't have to feel like you're going to be staring at the taillights all month long, because even if it takes all month long or it takes 2 months or how, you're going to get your character. Now, if you don't want to play the game at all, shit, I get it, bro. You want to hop on and barely play the game? I feel you, bro. That shit's annoying. It is. It is. If it's not fun, don't play it. That's the best approach. That's the main thing. That's when I have a kid comments fly exactly angry. And I feel for those people, bro. I could see the different, sides to this. And I'm talking about the fan side, like the perspective of the gamer. I'm not talking about business. I don't even know if I should say this. But the truth is, as long as there's a company making WWE games or wrestling games in general, as long as we're getting what I consider a fun wrestling game, I'm happy. If the game sucks, I'll play something else. I'll play an old game. I'll do something else with my time. There's plenty of things to do. But when it comes to the business side, I don't care if they sell 1 billion copies. I don't care if they sell 100 million copies. Like I don't care about those numbers. I don't care if WrestleMania is sold out. I don't care if AEW or TNA or NXT or SmackDown is empty. Like, is the show good? Is it entertaining? Is the game good? Is the game entertaining? That's all I care about, bro. There's too many people keeping track of stats that are so irrelevant. When is the game coming out? What does the game have to offer? Do I like what the game is bringing this year? That's all. Like the level of exaggeration, it's out of hand, man. It's toxic. It is toxic. Kit Wilson needs to do his finishing move on you guys. It's toxic. It's toxic because to be honest, it makes you sound miserable. It really does make you sound miserable. I look at that and I'm like, damn, man, this person must be having like the worst time of their life. Because they sound sad. They sound bothered that they don't have all the time in the world to play the game. We could bash 2K. Bash them. Do surveys. Let your voices be heard. All I'm saying is that don't scream at me about it. I'm not working on the game. We don't like the same thing. It's okay. That was a lot of fun. Let's move forward now. I love that. That was so cool that we were able to address that. All right, so here it is. So if a player has reached level tier 5, they will earn the rewards from both tracks. All right, next question. Which game modes reward XP? The following game modes reward XP. Play Now, Universe, My Rise, Showcase, My GM, My Faction, The Island. Oh, there's no there's multiplayer in My Faction, there's multiplayer in The Island, so that's good. But they should have gone into more detail here, in my opinion. How many ringside passes will there be? There will be a total of 6 ringside passes, so 6 seasons released throughout the year. The roster of DLC superstars will be revealed in the coming weeks. Thank you. This is what I wanted to know. Wait, hold on. The roster of DLC superstars will be revealed in the coming weeks. And as we get closer to the release of each ringside pass, we will share some of the additional rewards. Oh, thank you, 2K. That is awesome info, guys. That is awesome information. Because now we're going to get to see if the season pass in general is worth getting for all 6 seasons. That is a very important detail there. We will see the DLC superstars in the coming weeks. Probably 1 week before the game comes out like they did last year. That final week, they gave us the DLC character list. But as we get closer to the Ringside Pass release, that's when we'll get the rest of the content. I like that. You know why I like that, guys? Because let's say season 5 and 6, that's when like GTA will already be out. And I'm using that as the perfect example because I know a lot of people will have that as a justified reason. Maybe you don't care about season 5 and 6. Hello, you don't have to buy the $150 edition then. Well, you're going to miss out on WrestleMania 42 pack. Boo-hoo. Who cares? You right, Lex. We don't need to come on your channel just to vent. The problem is toxic gamers. No, look, guys, hold on. Maybe I expressed myself poorly. Maybe I expressed myself poorly a little bit. I do want you guys to share your gripes because I ask in every video, hey, how do you feel about this? Hey, how does this make you feel? Hey, what do you think about that? Like I want your feedback on the game. What I don't want is for people to feel like just because we don't agree, there's a problem between us. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you guys to think that there's an issue here just because we don't agree on something or because I may like something that you don't overall. Like, that's what I'm referring to. That's literally it. I'm not trying to alienate the community. On the contrary, bro. You know, stand tall, bro. Stand tall with your chest up. You think this game is trash? Don't buy it. Don't play it. Let them know. Peace out. Do something better with your time. Give your money where you feel that your money and your time is respected. If it's not with WWE 2K, then peace out. Move on. Take a break. Keep it respectful. That's the main thing. You're good, Lex. Thank you, Joker. I know someone was asking me how do I feel about the game. I think the game is going to be solid, man. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be fun. No one joined you in the mic lounge? I'm excited for 2K26, though, man. I'm still very optimistic that there's other things I'll enjoy. At the end of the day, this game is going to be sick. I think so. The reason I'm coming back to the game, I wasn't even going to buy 26, but the reason I'm coming back is because it's all about the Attitude Era. That's what they wanted. They got what they wanted. They're supposed to be a good way to unwind. Yeah, man, that exactly, Ace. Exactly. I can't believe all this negativity over a game or the gaming community and the industry. Nah, man, I want people to say, hey, I don't like this. I don't want to play this. And legit, don't play. I'm fine with that. I don't want people to say, hey, I don't like this, but I'm still gonna buy it anyway. What? If you pre-order, you get the Joe pack. If not, you don't get it. For the standard edition. I'm gonna be playing Universe mode mostly. It's great to watch my videos while you play 26. That's what's up, games. Can we buy the Ringside Pass? Yes, you could buy the Ringside Pass despite having the standard edition. Just know this, the Ringside Pass is going to cost $10 per season. If you want to get all 6 seasons at $60, that's going to put you at $130, man. You might want to look at getting some other bundles. Save some money. Be patient. Buy that extra edition if you're looking to buy all the passes whenever they announce all the stuff that they will include in terms of superstars. Lex, do you think the arenas that'll come with this DLC are going to be Attitude Era base? I think so. I think so. Hey, Lex. I love the WWE logo for the stream. Yeah, I love that one too. It's already looking better in 25. I think so too. I'm super excited. Just patient. Yep. The Battle Pass is good. It's better than buying the 7,500 wrestlers that you can only get from playing Universe. We will finally see Lex entry. We will finally see it. There's only one time I rage over a game. I paid $130 for that. Man, I paid $100. I think it was like $100 something for Battlefield. They robbed me. Battlefield 2042, robbery. But it doesn't come out every year, so that's a different story. Different argument, different game. Yeah. I said on Facebook that I was not going to get it, but when I found out that it will not be on last gen, I'm sold. And I'm buying the 150. That's why I'm like... That's the part I'm saying. It's hard for you to go and say all these things and then still buy the game, you know? I'm hoping to get the Triple H edition. I don't think paying $150 for a video game is worth it. Yeah, but are you going to spend money after the game comes out on the game? I feel that money can be used elsewhere. It's my personal opinion. Hey, man, I do feel the same. I feel the same. Guys, I'm a collector. I'm a collector, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I collect. There's plenty of other things I'd rather buy. Yeah, that's in Canada, right? That's in Canada. I don't see the point of the King of Kings edition. Yeah, the Kings edition. There's a point. You get to play a week early. You get a couple bonuses. And you get to experience the first premium season. They're not going to stop releasing it yearly. I'm sorry, that's not happening. Not right now, at least. The graphics are going to be awfully similar, though. It's mostly for early access and the first season, yeah. Alright, so here we go. Let's get back to the ringside pass. So we're going to see the DLC characters revealed early. Nice. What happens to older ringside passes after the new one is released? This is a very important question. Will we lose the opportunity to unlock the content? Basically asking if the game will erase or remove the old season. When a new season of Ringside Pass launches, the prior season will not expire. Keyword, it does not end. Meaning players can still continue to unlock content before moving on to the next season, or players can put that season on hold and move back. That is the best feature they could have ever added. Best feature. Great job, 2K. Example, when Season 2 launches, if players are still in the middle of unlocking Season 1, they can either first complete Season 1 or move on to Season 2. Then you could jump back to Season 1. Can I earn XP in online matches? Yes, you can earn XP in online matchmaking, the island, or my faction. You do not, however, earn XP via custom lobbies. No custom lobbies, that's what they meant. So there's a big difference between online lobbies that you make yourself and matchmaking through the original game. Disney guy says you're getting it for the Switch too. Nice. I think that custom lobbies are out because people would be cheesy for that XP, doing 1 hour matches and just farming XP, bro. They wanted to cover it up. They wanted to cover it up. 4 editions of the game is crazy. That is unnecessary. So yes, no custom lobbies. Can I share the ringside pass with family and friends on the same console? Oh, look! Look! Ladies and gentlemen, look at what I just read. I wanted you to see my full face reaction. Similar to DLC in the past, if you own the content and other family members share the same console as the player who purchased the game and DLC, they too can access that content. The progress made through the pass is unique to each profile. I could game share again. Thank you, 2K. I am not giving you $150. Not on one copy of the game, okay? Not on one copy of the game. I don't have to give them $150. Well, I'm going to give it to them anyways because I'm going to buy the game on multiple platforms. But now I could be patient and wait for a sale. I could wait for a sale. But, thank you. I thought I was going to have to buy the game separate. I thought I was going to have to spend like $300. I am so happy. That is the best thing I've read right here. Woohoo! Yay! Yay! You could still get my money, but now I'm gonna distribute it. Now I get to buy the game in different versions for different consoles without having to spend $400, $300, $500, $1 million. Let's go! I was so angry about that. I said that in every video. I'm so happy. Guys, game share with your friends and family. Well, someone that you trust so you don't get your money or content stolen, but I know I wish I had confetti. Hip hip hooray. Fireworks. I didn't have this ready for the stream. Ah, you're right, Nathan. I see it, man. I see it. I see it. I'm so happy right now. Oh, look, I shed a little tear and everything. Guys, with more reason. Great acting. I thought that was pretty horrible. I gotta keep drinking water because my throat is getting dry. I'm experiencing the dry throat. Bro, my throat is swollen right here. I don't even know how I'm talking. Those are real tears. Real tears. Thank you. All right, let's get back to business. All right, let's get back to business. Let's get back to business. So we could still game share. Yay! Game share. Yay! Game share. So you know what? I'm actually going to copy and paste that. And I'm going to tweet that out. Hold on, I'm trying to put it here. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Like Adam Pierce says, love someone today, aka share the game with a friend and family. All right, let's move on. How do we get the new DLC characters? Oh, this is the question that's pissing everyone off. This is what's pissing everyone off. How do we get the new DLC characters? Each premium version of the Ringside Pass will include the new post-launch DLC characters, with the first one unlocking. I like that. I like that. Hey. They're giving us one of the 4 characters unlocked immediately. I like that. The rest can be unlocked within the first 20 tiers. First 20 tiers? That's nothing! Everyone is talking about this like it's gonna take so long to unlock these characters. Isn't it crazy how... Isn't it crazy how, like, when you don't know something, when you don't know something, you go into like this panic, like when you're uncertain. It's going to take a week, probably. Like, the reason why I'm laughing is because I feel like everybody read Battle Pass and they're like, oh my god, we have to unlock characters? What does this mean? Why is everything locked? I have to play the game. I have kids. I have a family. Everybody, what's happening? I can't believe this. I don't want to play the game. What's happening? Man, I told you guys, day one, I'm concerned. I'm worried. But I am not going to stress over this. I am not going to stress. I said that in my first video that I was upset about the Battle Pass tactic. I said, listen, if If they give us fresh content, I'm down. I admitted that I had concerns because I didn't want it to feel like a drag. But the first 20 levels for a battle pass that you can play Exhibition, Universe, My GM, that have nothing to do with my faction and the island or online experiences, meaning you play offline and you get everything and then more. Now we're talking, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are talking. We are speaking the same language now. See, because now there are far less things that I'm worried about. What's going on, Bishop? This is starting to get spicy. This is starting to get spicy. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. This is getting spicy. Each premium version of the Ringside Pass will include the new post-launch DLC. The first one is automatic. The rest can be unlocked within the first 20 tiers. Besides the new DLC characters, each Ringside Pass's premium track will also include new personas, adding even more playable characters to each pass. What are we talking about here? The reason why I'm stopping and taking my time is because I am digesting all these details and all this information in real time, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm reading the comments and I am filled with joy. I am filled with joy that today, Wednesday, February 4th, I can sit here and say that the Battle Pass, it is probably going to end up being something that you guys will be heavily rewarded for, but something to look forward to. And it's okay if you're against it. It's okay if you're not just concerned, but you're disappointed. It's okay. Am I really going to get upset that it'll take 20 levels to get the rest of the characters? Is that something worth getting super mad about? As if you're not already going to play the game? Just because you're going to have to do a couple hours of gaming without them? Is it going to derail your entire experience? These are legit questions. These are legit questions. I am not mocking you guys. I am not mocking those that are mad about it. Stay mad. By all means, stay mad. But if you really want to stick it to them, don't buy the game. And I know that it's such a cop-out thing to say and admit. But if you really want to stick it to them, don't buy it. Wait. Let it play out. But if you're excited, then be excited and be happy. Don't buy it and tell me that it's the only wrestling game. Sounds like you're a little bit mad. Yeah, the pass is going to be $10 if you don't buy the bundle. I feel you know what's funny? Someone commented in one of my videos saying, man, 2K is really controlling the people, the fans. The 2K is really controlling everyone, and you know what? People are gonna still buy it, and people... I replied, bro, if any gaming company or any brand or whatever is controlling you, or anyone, then there's something going on under the surface. Something serious is going on. Like, if you feel like WWE 2K is controlling you and they're forcing you, might want to talk to someone. I'm serious. WWE 2K should not be controlling you, my friends. Like, I am very serious. I am a concerned YouTuber. Hell, I'm just a concerned person for your own sake. If any game, movie, franchise, brand is controlling you to spend, like legit controlling you, I'm talking about some serious stuff here, might want to get some help. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. Like, don't stay out of social media. Don't watch these videos. I don't know. It's definitely very worrisome. Hold on, guys. Let me talk to Erica for 1 second. Let me mute. She's right here. Hold on. All right. What's good, zebras? What's going on? Nah, you don't have to apologize. I mean, look, man, I can't... I'll let her know you said good evening. I'll let her know. Look, I don't know what... You can read lips. It's okay. I didn't say nothing wrong. I just muted it for a second just so I could hear her, and I didn't say anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the details of it, but if you're in that state, then you might want to seek some help. So, all right, let's move forward. What about the WWE legends that have been previously unlocked via the in-game store or automatically unlocked with Supercharger DLC? Oh, this is another trigger. Oh my goodness. The WWE legends that would typically be added to the in-game store and unlocked via tokens or with superchargers have now been added to the free track of I'm laughing because damn, I didn't even want this. I didn't even want this. No. Oh man. So yeah, the legends that were typically unlocked, the, they used to typically get unlocked if you bought the supercharger. If you didn't, you had to unlock them, and that's why when I played on PS5, and I did all those matches and stuff, I never had certain characters unlocked because I had everyone unlocked on Xbox. So that is annoying. You know, it could be good, but still have some annoying features, and this is one of them. But it's understandable. It's not the end of the world for me as a gamer because I'm gonna unlock them as I play the game. Players can still unlock those legends by simply playing the game, earning XP, and claiming them in the ringside pass without any additional purchase, giving more options than ever before. I do like that they're giving you more options to earn the XP, because now I don't have to only grind exhibition or universe. Like, I could literally play through the My Rise storyline and I unlocked all the superstars as is, which is fine because let's face it, those superstars, even if they were unlocked and you were playing My Rise or GM or I don't know, whatever mode you prefer, I think that it's great that you're able to play and unlock XP throughout every mode. That's what makes this a real difference maker. Is there a way to unlock everything at once? For those who play through the Ringside Pass Season 1, select WWE Legends are unlocked by earning XP and completing the first season. The Supercharger pack has been retired. Supercharger pack is gone. I didn't care because I wasn't gonna buy it. I know that it wasn't included in the pre-orders. I looked at the pre-order list. I did a video covering the prices and all the pre-orders. But the Supercharger pack I thought would be like a separate feature. For players who have purchased the premium track, we will provide the ability to purchase tier skips. That's not good. Tier skips? Tier skips? For money? We will provide the ability to purchase tier skips, but those are completely optional. Yeah. Optional. If you don't want to grind, give me some money and you get everything unlocked. Players can continue to unlock rewards with XP by playing the game without any additional purchases. Oh my goodness. That is why the community is blowing up. I get you, man. That is crazy. That is it was expected because that's how they did it on NBA 2K, but for those that didn't know, they just got some haymakers. All right, so let's see. When will each Ringside Pass release? The current planned schedule, meaning it could change, but here's the schedule. They put it out because, I mean, the Nintendo shop had it. Oh, wait, no. The Nintendo shop was wrong. The Nintendo shop was wrong, ladies and gentlemen, because there was one in the shop that was December. Nice. So now it's until October. So we're skipping August and we're skipping May. But no November and December. Good job, 2K. Good job. That is very, very exciting. Because let's face it, by the end of the year, you're just not playing it as much. And with GTA coming out, you want to have everything unlocked by then. Not because you're not going to play WWE ever again, But there's other games that come out, not just GTA. Like the holidays is a tough time to grind, I feel. So this is great. This is a great, healthy, unlockable, manageable experience. Let me shut up because I don't know how much XP we're going to be earning. What's next? We will reveal the full DLC roster at a later date that will spread across the premium tracks of the 6 ringside. So we are going to get them across 6 passes. On the Nintendo eShop, there was one that didn't say that they had 4 superstars, so that's interesting to see as well. As we get closer to the release of... Alright, they already said that. We will be announcing other rewards and personas, blah, blah. Yes, yes, yes. The rewards will also be... Oh, the rewards will also vary between packs to allow us to provide some unique offerings, such as... Back to this... Bro, you gotta stop with the creation parts. People are gonna get pissed. Oh, they did say new moves, though. Look, they said new moves. I want to see new arenas. I want to see new theme songs. Come on. The premium track of Ringside Pass Season 1, for instance, will include 4 new playable stars, as well as 2 personas, 2 new arenas, and 2 new championships. So I don't care about the championships, but I care about the arenas. Now we're talking. See, that's the language we're talking. That's what I want to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your ringside report numero uno. Now we can kind of dissect that all together. Now we can go over the information as a whole. How are we feeling? I want to see how the chat is feeling right now. How are you guys in the chat feeling? I'm very concerned for our community. I'm very concerned for our community. Legit. I swear. I know that people are like, oh, it's not good to swear and all this other stuff, but I get it. But I am concerned for the community right now. Are we in shambles? Like, what's going on? Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. We just went over this in slow motion. Guys, we're at 95 likes, just 5 likes away from 100. Come on. Let's do it. Let's get to 100 likes, man. We're almost there. Thank you so much for stopping by here. Alright, so let's look at the chat. I'm going to try to read everything as much as I can. 12 new arenas. We don't know if it'll be per season. They said it'll change. Hopefully 12 new arenas. I hope we get Clash in Paris. I'm pretty sure we will. I'm shockingly okay with the ringside pass. Wait till they paid Marvel for clobbering time. Listening intently. I see you, Nathan. The single player grind is what makes me happy with it. When's early access for YouTubers? I don't know, man. I wasn't invited. I know that we're going to be getting the game a week early if you got the special edition. I'm excited. All I need to know is the amount of XP. Yeah, the amount of XP, it says that it's going to vary between wins and losses. We just got to see how that looks. First they lock call parts, now moves. Well, I think it's going to be for new moves, man. For different moves. I don't think it's going to be every move locked. I believe it's going to be fun, and we have to put the time in, but it'll be worth it. So you think they're making you work for 2k26? That's legit how you feel? I don't watch wrestling like that anymore because of the product, but I respect it. You're going to skip this year? You want stuff, you gotta unlock it. I'm fine with this. I only play universe mode anyway, so it doesn't concern you. It's going to be unlocked anyways. In my opinion, solid W. It will be the same in 27. How do you know that, bro? How are you? Wait, did you play 27 already? How are you so far ahead? I think it sounds decent, not as bad as people make it out to be. Literally, you rep money in some areas at that point. it stops being premium entertainment and starts competing with basic living costs. You think so, Arthur? You think it's that to that extent? When does the game drop? March 13th, standard, and then early access March 6th. You think they will change it from this? They will probably tweak it and adjust it, but I don't think this is going anywhere. I think they're gonna hit a home run with this, in my opinion. And what I mean by that, let me clarify before you guys take that out of context. The home run is gonna be that I think a lot of people are gonna be won over once they experience it for themselves. I would love to see more VC or my faction points and banners. Me too, Carter. Me too. Nah, don't say that. Hey, Jay, I get what you're saying. Don't put about the living situation. Like, he wanted to express himself that way. Let him express himself that way. Don't say nobody cares, man. We're here for each other, guys. Guys, we're not in a Royal Rumble against each other, man. We're in the same community, playing the same game, talking about the same crap. What up, Clint? I don't think this is bad for the XP. Gain isn't atrocious. I don't think it's atrocious. That's the best part. Yes, early access March 6th, 13th, yes. Mortal Kombat? You think it's Mortal Kombat? Alright, catch you later, leader. I could see them having weapon skins. I would love weapon skins. I would love weapon skins. I want weapon skins. I'm down to get different weapon skins and animations. Simple fix would just make DLC characters available at tiers 1 through 4. That's not a simple fix. Like, there's nothing there in terms of accomplishment. Give me the Slim Jim logo tables. Now that is something I don't care about. In the good words of Kenny Bomb. You said it's a Royal Rumble in here, so I said Mortal Kombat. Oh, I got you. What's the point of the pre-order if you still have to play? The point of the pre-order is to get people excited and talking about it. I don't think there's any real point beyond that. That's what we do. There you go, Kenny. Kenny, I just wrote to you on Twitter. That's what we don't care about. But I can't do the Kenny impression. There's only one Kenny in here. I mean, there's only one Kenny out here. Bro, I'm drinking. I had so many little bottles here by the stream because I knew my throat was going to be itchy and dry throughout the stream. So I had the water bottles ready. I hope we're not pushed into buying packs in order to achieve tier unlock. No, when did it say that? Guys, check out Mr. Kenny Bomb if you haven't already. We've done so many awesome videos already on his channel, on my channel, on Just Brian's, on Pro Wrestling Shoots. All great content creators, well worth your time if you haven't already, but I'm sure you already have because he is everywhere. I'm feeling a little bit better, man. Thank goodness, but I still feel like crap deep down. I'm getting over it. Mr. Anderson, the game has a TNA pack. I would like to see a TNA pack. All right, so I saw the feedback in the comments right now. All right, I think that you guys are still trying to get adjusted and used to what's happening in real time, and that's totally valid. But I'm gonna tell you guys from my point of view what I just read and how I see the shenanigans with the Battle Pass, Ringside Pass, Premium, Extravaganza, card collecting, island hopping, money hungry, predatory, microtransaction, experience. A little predatory. A little predatory. Let me cut off the background music in case it's annoying because I hear it in my headset. So let me just talk to you in just pure vocal dialogue. Predatory. Hate microtransactions. Created stuff. You know, the creation suite stuff being locked. Not everything is going to be locked, so I get that. But having some stuff locked, you know that's going to piss people off. You need to find other reasons and other rewards. When you touch the community creations, you're just getting ready to piss off a lot of fans, and you have to be willing to, you know, hear the feedback and get clapped. Because that's what's going to happen. A lot of people buy this game just for the creations, and I see it. I feel it, bro. I feel it. I feel it. I feel for those people. I don't want to disregard and dismiss and act like I don't, because I read that shit and I'm like, it kind of puts me in a spot where I'm like, damn, they should have done something better, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't care, I don't want to dismiss that. I actually pay attention to what you guys say, and I actually care about the game that I enjoy because I like this game, and I don't ever intend to feel bad about how I play the game, nor bad about how you play the game. We can each enjoy it differently, just like we can stare at a painting and draw different, you know, conclusions from it. So, predatory, microtransaction, toxic, creation stuff, all bad, all bad. Let's get the bad out the way. That's bad. Nasty. Nasty work, 2K. Boo hoo hoo. Seriously. But there's a lot of good here, guys. And I know you may not be able to see it. Those that are lurking in the background that are probably getting pissed off or annoyed or even just a little aggravated that I'm actually looking forward to this. I hate to admit it, but I'm part of the problem then, because I wanted them to create a system like this. A system that felt like you're earning no matter what you play, and you're not penalized for not going all out on one mode, which takes you away from another. You see what I'm saying here? I don't want to feel like I have to play just the island to earn stuff for the island, or just my faction just to earn stuff for my faction. I don't want to play just exhibition, universe, or what have you to earn VC to get those legends. I want to be able to play the game however the hell I want to play the game and unlock stuff along the way, and they gave me that. They gave me that feeling of not just accomplishment within the game universe, but a feeling of progression. You know, a feeling of, you know, there's a beginning, middle, and end to each season. There's a reason of why we're here, and I love exhibition. I've said this so many times. You guys probably don't know this about me. Those new viewers that are tuning in, I love playing exhibition. And I've said this so often, and I've hammered this home. I play that shit a lot. More than Universe. I don't really play Universe as much as I would like. And I play exhibition. And now I'm going to get rewarded for playing exhibition beyond just some bullshit VC for Legends. Like, I'm going to legit get personas and stuff for my islands characters and faction points and things. I play every mode in the game too. That's another thing too. I play every mode. I do. I mean, at least I try to. This past year I didn't play my GM, so I guess let's not be literal. I don't play every mode every year, but I play majority of the modes to some capacity. So I feel like this new battle system, it finally answers the problem of losing interest as the year goes on, because it's so hard to compete with other exciting, you know, games that are out there. And I know that feels like a drag for some gamers out there. By all means, Those are you guys. That's for those guys. I mean, sorry. For me, it's not a drag. For me, I'm okay with not having everything in my face all at once. You know why? I'm going to use a little analogy here, and you guys may agree with me or not. But just hear me out for 1 second. My birthday is that week. Nice, Eric. Hear me out for 1 second. More exciting than WWE. Hear me out for a second. Let's put the camera right in my face. One quote that and Brian, if he's out there, I want to quote my boy Brian because he says this every so often and I like it because it's true and I'm going to steal it from him. He says different strokes for different folks. I know he didn't invent that quote. I know it's been said before, but he uses it often and I watch his content and I like his content. So different strokes for different folks. There's people that like logging into Netflix and they love binge watching everything. They love binge watching everything in one day. They love watching everything in one weekend or a week. I am not like that. For me, that doesn't work. Binge watching everything in one sitting, to me, it feels like a drag. It feels exhausting. It feels like a chore. It just, I don't consume it as good as like if I watch a couple episodes per week, or I'll take some time and come back to that show, or I'll watch a couple. I'm more of a movie guy, so I'd rather watch a couple of movies and go back and like have that freedom of playing it that way. How does this fit into WWE 2K, Lex? How does this fit into the Battle Pass? With the unlock system, the way I brainwash myself, literally, because it's how I play it. It's brainwashing myself because of my approach. It works for me. When I get into the game, I usually play with the same characters. I'm usually playing with, you know, my Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Obafemi, and you guys saw me play with Tozawa all year as a special guest referee, Chad Gable. Like there's a couple of superstars that I always use. And because I have other characters already unlocked that I didn't really think, or like there's so many superstars in 2K25 that I haven't even used once. Not even once. I'm not saying that I'm going to use every single character now. What I'm saying is that unlocking them slowly but surely, seeing the roster expand, it'll make me feel like, oh, I got this new character I could use now. So I'm going to more than likely go ahead and use that character and enjoy that character because I've already had some fun with another character. Or I got a different gimmick, like the personas. Maybe I want to get to that persona character. You know what I'm saying? And I finally got that Drew McIntyre with the shade face. Not saying that's a reward, but if they were to put him there, I got him and I used him, and great. I was able to, you know, build my gaming experience towards that moment versus everything's there all at once. Like Netflix, I don't use the binge route. That ain't me. I don't criticize people that watch the shows that way though. Erica, my wife, she loves going through the seasons and she likes having it in the background. She likes, you know, doing the deep dive stuff. She watches the shows, and that's my wife we're talking about, a certain way. And I don't like watching it. She even tells me, "Oh, I don't like watching certain shows with you because you don't like binge watching and we take forever to watch it." And I feel bad because it's just my approach. That's why if there's a show that she really wants to watch, I always tell her and support her and say, "Hey, you want to watch that? Go ahead." Because I'm not going to watch it in the same way. You know, like it's just a different vibe, man. And that's part of the reason why I also sympathize with people that are like, I want it all right now. I need all the DLC. I need all the characters unlocked. I want my supercharger. If I already paid you $150, I need everything there on the spot. Day one. Stop playing with my money. Stop playing with my emotions. I got a family to feed. You know, That's serious. That's serious. I know that. I know that. I feel that. I hear that. But that ain't me. Not that I don't got a family to feed, but the part of that I want it all right there, all at once, immediately has to be like I'm patient. I'm cool with playing the game. Exactly. Okay, Smokey. I'm okay with playing the game and enjoying stuff and the progression. And this is also coming from someone that plays the basketball game, my team. I could show you my squad right now. Should I load it up? I could show you my NBA squad, MT, that I've earned throughout the year without spending money and just playing, a little bit of the battle pass, a little bit of online all-star team up with my friends. Like, I've enjoyed it how I want to enjoy it. But then I log online and I see people running around with 99 overall, 100 overall cards, and I'm like, so it's the instant gratification generation. Not everyone. I mean, there's different generations. There's people that, hey, look. There's no bigger truth than everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's the reality of the nature. That's the reality. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, F the respect. I don't care. You're an idiot if you're willing to give them $150. Now we're pocket watching and trying to make each other feel bad. Imagine we're all pulling each other's hair. I don't got no hair to pull, man. You ain't pulling my hair. Well, you can pull this one. But you ain't pulling my hair. It makes it feel like a burden sometimes for those types of gamers, and I get it. But this game sorely needed something else to spice things up, and this, I think, is going to work in its favor long term. It doesn't happen overnight. I don't think that the community right now is willing to listen, because another thing that I've seen a lot of people talk about is the graphics. And me and Kenny, shout out to him again for the millionth time if he's still here. Me and Kenny have talked about the Battle Pass. They also haven't the Battle Pass. Sorry, I just read a comment. The graphics. We've talked about the graphics and Kenny's still here. Nice. Kenny, you and I have talked about the graphics so many different times and how big into graphics we are. It's one of those things that we really value as a fan of gaming. It's one of the main reasons why we like gaming. And then you have people that tell us, oh no, graphics don't care. What I care is this. No, bro, graphics don't care for you, but they matter to me. Don't tell me they don't care or I shouldn't care or any of that nonsense. It matters to us. And the reason I bring that up right now in this particular moment is because there's a crazy screenshot that I saw. There's another community that I'm a part of for another game that I play, and it's another yearly title. If you guys like baseball, you know what I'm talking about. This is MLB The Show. MLB The Show came out with their new gameplay trailer yesterday for 2026, and it looks a lot like 25. Look at the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you don't like baseball, on the left, this is MLB The Show 16. On the right, this is MLB The Show 25. It is insane. Insane. That in 10 years, different generations worth of consoles, it is barely an upgrade. I will say that they've changed the lighting, they've changed the arenas, the stadiums, they've improved like the bare minimum. Another fun fact, MLB The Show runs on the regular Nintendo Switch. Just so you guys understand. Another fun fact, MLB The Show has cross play. MLB The Show hasn't just had the same graphics for the last couple of years. It's had the same type of graphics for at least a decade. At least a decade. As bad as you may think that you have it as a fan with WWE, and this is not to give them a pass, this is to speak the truth. The character models, some of them look amazing, some of them need some work. But look at the difference, ladies and gentlemen. This is CM Punk in 2K26. He may not look very different from 2K25, but CM Punk, the human being, hasn't had a makeover that much either, except for longer hair. CM Punk looks good. Finn Balor looks good. Certain other people that they've shown, like Natalya, look good. But there's rough scans, rough character models, and we should call them out for that. We should talk about those. Because if you, exactly, Nathan, if you pull up 2K16 and 2K26, the difference is very noticeable, not just the lighting or the arena. Actually, one of the things that they barely worked on is the fans. The crowd needs to get worked on. But the models themselves and the shine and the colors and the game has improved. Now, 22 to 26, it's a game of inches. It hasn't changed as quickly as I would have liked. It hasn't gone to that, next tier as quick as I would have liked. But that's because in terms of scanning superstars, scanning their attires, I think personally that what they need to do is invest on hiring more people like Joe Mashups and modders that are really, really, even what's the status if he would, accept a role like that with them. Like people that really like to design superstars. Like, let's hire more, right? Reinvest into the product and hire more people to design and work on characters. Now, that's not to say that whoever is the creative, or not the creative, because that's the director of the game is Lionel, so I'm not talking to him about him. We know Brian Williams' gameplay, and I know there's someone that works on the graphical side of things when it comes to characters, and someone really puts all their time and effort into it, but they need more manpower, okay? Because we need these characters to catch up. We need people to catch up to Undertaker, Finn Balor, and Logan Paul. Like, who they really focus on because you can see it and you can tell who they leave behind. Funny enough, NBA does this, MLB does this, Madden does this. The biggest difference is that, like NBA, they've caught up and they've added more characters that have looked better each year. And there's very few to pick out. But it's a big team sport, right? There's way more per team, times 30. I don't know if there's 400 NBA players featured in the game, but I'm sure there's a ton. They've gotten the numbers, kind of matching each other now for the character models. Madden, though, that's a football game. Bro, Madden took forever just to add people's arms because all they would do is some of the superstar faces and a lot of, the characters were generic. I mean, still this year, I did a trade in Madden for a player that wasn't that high of an overall. And just because he was in the 70s, they didn't even have him look like the photo that they had of the actual person. So there's still games out there that do this. Peace out, Nathan. Thanks for stopping by. No exception. 2K needs to hire more people. They need to give us... Exactly. They took forever to get Edge right, and then Edge left, unfortunately. But, Edge took forever to get right. Yeah, it was really difficult to nail his facial features. Very unique. Very unique. So I feel like that's where they should start investing for the graphics to really take that next step. And then, if they don't want to invest and they're fine with the team that they have, by all means, cool. But we need to see a better background, more atmosphere. And I said this in my video yesterday. If you didn't watch it, I highly recommend it, of course. But I said that they need to add more volume for the backgrounds. What I mean by that is like the crowd needs to be more alive, more dynamic visually and audio as well. They need to add, a variety of different stadiums. There is no reason for them to not have all these stadiums, like the more popular ones, in terms of range. Like they've added, like thank goodness for like My Rise, right? That they've added like these storylines where they go to Japan. They've done the Mexico Square Center. They've done the high school gyms, and that has given us more variety. But for the graphics to take that next step, they need to do what like college football and Madden did this year. College football did it last year. Madden did it this year, and it was adding the dynamic presentation, the dynamic atmosphere, and big football game feel. In this case, big wrestling match, big wrestling show. They're missing that next layer for the visuals, and I feel like a lot of people are just kind of tapped out with the way that the game is looking right now. I think that it looks good. And that's not just accepting shit, because you could say certain characters look bad, certain things look bad, but then you could also say that certain characters look good, certain things look good. It's not just one or the other. I think the graphics look good. I think some of the animations and some of the cutscenes and things look great. Other stuff, not so much. What up, Kev? Long ramp arenas, even video games would look nice. I saw a comparison too of people pulling up different characters from some of the older games, like the coloring, like the color grading, and the texture was a little different. So some characters look I don't want to say they look better fully, but they have different details that were better in those games. 2K needs to look into that. There is no reason why a game from like 2K15 or some shit. Yeah, 2K15 with when they did the new engine. There's no reason why a game like that should have certain graphical details that you might be missing on this one, with characters looking super smooth, missing like skin textures. We need to do a little bit better with that. But overall, man, I'm really happy with the announcement and how refreshing this year's going to feel. And I do take literal when people say that it's going to be the same game. And the reason why I take that literal, it's because there's a lot of similarities. And I said this while playing 25 when I compared it to 24 when the game came out, when I actually got to play the game for myself. I said I see what the community says about it being the same game. There's not a huge difference. Unless you're playing the backstage brawls, that was never available before. Unless you're jumping on the barricade. Unless you do the certain things that are new to 25, you were caught feeling like, okay, this is a familiar place. And that'll be the same thing with 2K26. There's going to be familiarity there. right? There's going to be a lot of similar things because they're building on what is 25. But for me, the biggest takeaway every single year, ladies and gentlemen, that I think that the community should start looking deeper into, um, if I ever have any influence on anyone, is for them to look at the key differences as to what separates 22 from 23, 24, 25. Because every year they've added and built on, like it's built on things. They haven't really removed to add other stuff, and I appreciate that. They could have removed, I don't want to say community creations because that's bad. I mean, they did leave out PC from being part of the consoles. Um, but they could have left out something else that would have pissed you off. Instead, they added gauntlets. Instead, they added more matches to special guest referee. Instead, they, you know, one thing that does have me bothered, and we could, if you want to talk about something that I still find negative, that there's no sugarcoating it, there's no like, oh, all right, it might be better than we thought, is the dumpster match. The dumpster match is a cool feature for universe and storylines in your head, but Sam, thank you for the $1 donation. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um the dumpster match, I guess what may save it is if they added new animations and new controls. But it being the same as Casket, we could sure as hell light a fire under their ass for that. That's worth complaining. I think that it's not just complaining, but raising awareness. Not everything has to be, oh, they're complaining or crying. We need to raise awareness on that. You don't care about the dumpster match? I like matches with stipulations. I'm I'm one of those gamers that really likes to use the wrestling goofiness from real life. And one of my favorite conversations that I had with Kenny is that I do like when these games give you things to do from a video game standpoint like the older games did, because that's what made those older games fun. You have no expectations for the dumpster match? That's the best way to look at it at this point, right? You're watching the Elimination Chamber? Since 22, they haven't removed anything. Exactly. Well, any significant thing that I feel. I quit match is something that I really wanted, yeah. You don't think they're going to make it so you can push the dumpster around? Doesn't look like it, my boy. The earning in every mode is a game changer for sure. It has wheels, yeah, but it could be all for visuals. It feels like 2K made a great effort giving us things we talked about last year. It seems so much of it was included in 26, like thumbtacks. Um, yeah, yeah, for sure. One thing I would take away from like what Assemble said in one of his most recent videos is that we're always gonna have things that we want to see that didn't make the game, and we're always gonna feel like they could have done this or they should have done that. I would have taken this out. I would have taken that out. Sam, thank you for another dollar, man. Thank you so much. Like that's a feeling that's never gonna go away. We're always gonna have to fight against that because I'd rather personally focus on what we do have than be here and be upset about what we don't. What do we have? Is it fun? I personally like the ring pass. It's like the season pass for 2K, something to grind for while playing modes. I understand why people don't like it though, for sure. They removed the ability for us to have special guests. And oh yes, I hate that they took that out. They need to fix that, man. But remember back in the day, Lex, we had nothing but time on our hands to play these games. A 12, 13-year-old playing this game is going to feel different. 100%, Carter. But the 32-year-old parent is the one that's commenting online going off. I'm 36, Carter, and I'm here doing videos on it and talking about it and enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people that are raging are a lot older than you think. And that's also depending on who you ask. There's people that play the video games more than they did when they were 12 or 13, because another thing worth considering is that back then there was curfews. Your parents had you going to sleep at a certain time, or maybe you had to share the console with your siblings, or there was just I'm raging and I'm 50. Exactly. Like, there's just so many different variables that when you were a kid, they could plug the cord and you unplug the cord and you were stuck. Now it's like, man, you're your own boss. If you want to go to work with no hours of sleep because you stayed up all night playing, that's on you. Did you see the Raw Arena with the curved ramp? I tagged you on Discord. I haven't seen it. I'll check it out. With no expectations comes no disappointment. Damn, that almost sounds like a line from Spider-Man. With great response. What is it with the one that Uncle Ben tells Peter Parker? With great responsibility comes I forgot. Wow, man, I can't believe I forgot. That's one of my favorite quotes. The one with Tobey Maguire. Paying 150 for the DLC just to buy it in the ringside pad is nuts. That's really scummy. Yeah, but I mean, with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you guys. There you go. I can't believe. Damn, man. It happened to me live on stream. How did I forget? That is one of my favorite quotes of all time. How did I forget that? That's how you know you're in trouble. Damn. I make videos on it too, and I have kids. I don't have the extra time like I used to. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But you're going to be able to unlock all the DLC characters within the first 20 levels. You'll be able to play the game and get everyone in no time. We just had the debut of Powerhouse Hobbs, and people might complain if he doesn't make the cut. I would love to get Powerhouse Hobbs in there ASAP. How about stacking tables? For sure. Lex is sick. Give him a pass. I think that's what it is, man. I pray you are correct. Me too, because we don't know yet. We don't have it yet. I'm just assuming because it's the first 20 levels, man. We need Wardlow in 2K. We need Wardlow. He needs to be in WWE first, right? Bro, Wardlow was so nasty in Fight Forever that even I started using Wardlow. Oh man, Wardlow is one of those guys that I really loved in AEW. Keyword loved. I don't know what happened with that. I mean, I know he got injured for a little bit, and damn, that is one of those, like, I love MJF, right? I love MJF. I love what they've done with certain people over at AEW and how they've been able to make a few big timers, like Wardlow is one of them. I just injured back to back. Yeah, I guess that's it. They couldn't depend on him. It's unfortunate because Wardlow is an exceptional talent. You know who I really like in AEW? Luchasaurus. I remember the first time I watched AEW. I thought that was like the most cringe, corniest thing ever. And then I got behind LexxExpress, and I really, really loved Luchasaurus. And I liked what he did with Christian for a little bit until I didn't. But Luchasaurus, he is dope. Jack Perry, yeah, I don't know. I don't care too much about him. I know when they're trying to push him as a top guy, I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. Do you like Beast Mortals? I don't really like Beast Mortals. No, I don't really like him too much. I like Hangman Adam Page. I think Hangman Adam Page is awesome. Lance Archer, Lance Archer, I don't know. He seems like such a great talent, and I feel like he just never really clicked. Bandito is awesome. I like Bandito. I love Swerve. What you mean? What about Swerve? I was so pissed when we went to the show and he didn't fight. I love Swerve, man. Swerve is awesome, and he's like the best example of someone that went from NXT to AEW and became a star. Brody Lee was dope. Just want to say, hope you get feeling better, and I'll just wait till PS6 and get a WWE game then. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait till 2028 for that PS6. Jungle Boy, Jungle Boy was funny. I'm hyped for weapon physics. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that because I didn't want to really talk about the same stuff over and over again. I just wanted to kind of talk about the past, the ringside report, and some of the new stuff that they've revealed. Uh, Dax and Cash, I don't care for them in AEW. Didn't care for them in WWE. They they're good. They don't really do much for me personally. I don't care for them. Y'all don't know how hyped I was when AEW first debuted. Me too. Me too, for sure. How do you feel overall for the battle pass? All right, great question. So we could get close to the end of the stream. I feel like we're going off track here. So we have. Let me take a screenshot of this here. Hold on. Let me end the poll, and we're gonna do another poll real quick. I see many of you are still excited. Ready when you are? Perfect. Are you looking forward to the battle pass? This is a question I want to ask everybody. Yeah, we got a little collab that we got going on, chat. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream here soon. So let's get some votes in. And Carter's saying, so how do I feel overall for the battle pass? Good night, Roxanne. I think that the battle pass is something that the community will end up appreciating and coming around as long as they handle it with care. What I mean by that is that they need to be careful with what rewards and what items they lock and how you grind the XP, because there's a good chance that there's a really good chance that a lot of people are going to stick to their guns and be very much against this new format of rewards. But I think that at the end of the day, being as optimistic as I am, after reading what I read, the battle pass will be something that we look back at as something positive overall. That's not saying that the DLC needs to be handled different or better or whatever. I don't know how the DLC is going to be. I don't know what the personas are going to look like. I don't know if they're going to give us a bunch of recycled garbage. Maybe after 26 comes out, I end up saying that the battle pass was a shortcoming of a great idea. We don't know. What I do know is that based on the information they gave, the explanation that we finally got was something that I wish would have been put out day one, and that they would have told, they worked with Jesse over at Pro Wrestling Shoot, and they literally gave him the green light to do a video exclusively talking about the new things featured in the game. And this was one of those things that they left out. Like, It just confuses me sometimes how they put out things in a rush despite having all the time in the world to like coordinate these reveals. You know, so I kind of feel like if you would have handled this different in terms of marketing, the outcry wouldn't have been as loud because a lot of people are looking forward to finding new ways to enjoy the game. Now that they explained it better and I have a better outlook at what it could be, I'm like, shit, this battle pass has a lot of potential. So I don't want to go beyond what I just said because I am going to go into a discussion with Kenny in a video. And I want you guys to watch that video. Keep in mind that I try to make this channel like the multiverse, right? In terms of like when I stream, I keep streaming and certain things that I say in a stream a certain way, and then my videos is a different amount of information that you're going to get, a different experience that you're going to enjoy. Even if it's just us rambling, it's a unique experience. So I still want you guys to check out that video because I think this battle pass is a positive thing at the end of the day. Money hungry, predatory, toxic, even if allowed to be. But that shit ain't gonna affect me. You know why? Because I ain't buying no tier skips. You ain't getting no microtransaction funds from me. And if I unlock something, I unlock it. And if I'm tired of playing it, I'm tired of playing it. That's how I feel. And that's the bottom line because LexxExpress said so. I love your guys' video. Thank you, VJ. They need voiceover for promos. Hey, I feel you with that. Now that we have AI happening, I hope they find a cool way to implement it. If the wrestlers are paid, because it's their likeness at the end of the day. All right, so 53 people voted. Are you looking forward to the battle pass? 51% said yes. 26% said no. 23% said I don't know. Whoa, don't you mean No Holds Lex? Well, No Holds Lex is the name of the channel, but I'm LexxExpress, baby. I'm still gonna buy it and play it. Thanks for the stream today. No problem, Joker. Joker, that's a good mindset to have. I'm still gonna buy it and play it. You still want to experience it for yourself. I'm all for that as well, but we can't say that and disregard everyone else's feelings either. Unless someone is provoking you, obviously, because there's a lot of people that provoke others and say shit to others like to try to get you off of your horse, which I don't understand. Like, let people spend and be however they want to be. There's like this weird fixation online like, oh yeah, you just like garbage. You just like giving them all your money. Oh yeah, you're just an asshole. I'm like, what? You're telling me all of this because of a video game that you don't like anymore? Because you don't like what they're putting out and I do? I'm the bad guy? This is my fault? Because I shared excitement? But did you see what I said when I talked about my concerns? Or you only want to focus on the fact that we disagreed on one thing? Because there's other things we can talk about. Out of everything that I said, that's your opinion of me? That I'm paid? Because I'm having fun? Then I'm getting robbed. They're ripping me off because they haven't sent me a check. That's crazy. Don't have a shit about Battle Pass, just like playing wrestling. Don't give a shit. Wish it was optional like the supercharger was for those that don't have time to grind. More ways to play and enjoy the game is always a plus. I agree. More customization, more ways to plays. They needed to have figured that out. Hey, question. Not sure if you answered this already, but whatever version we pre-ordered, example, Attitude Era Edition, would I receive Attitude Era characters mentioned day one? From the looks of it, yes. The Attitude Era pack, yes. That's coming day one. From the looks of it. All right, so I'm closing off the pools. What up, Almighty? So we ended with 51% for now. We're going to do another poll on our next stream to see how that goes. Hopefully they add a lot of items in the... Yeah, I hope they add way more items to the island because banners by himself ain't cutting it. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been your ringside report number 1. Now, one thing that I will say is that whenever they drop ringside report 2, I will come back on here and we will discuss everything revealed. I will also have follow-up videos to match the content. Today we've been live for about 2 hours and 40 minutes. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. I'm not just gassing you up. The reason why I'm saying that is because regardless of your feelings, whether you're mad or happy or whatever the case may be, you spent some time with me here today, and I am very much appreciative of that. I will never get tired of saying that. I will constantly remind you of that. I think that is the most important thing that I can do as a creator, as a streamer, as a YouTuber, however you want to label me. I just want you guys to know that. Regardless of how the game turns out, just try to be optimistic, guys. Let's see. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We all want to have fun. We all want to enjoy the game. So good night. Enjoy today's Wednesday. Enjoy AEW. And we'll be back with some more content. I'll see you tomorrow in our next video. Peace.